Hey guys, welcome back to Metaphor. It is the start of the tournament arc, which is always the best arc in a shonen anime. You know, the tournament arc is always something special. And I'm really excited that we're going to be doing something like that in this game. So we're on our way to Martira with our new gauntlet runner. We're going to need to provide a monster's head as our bounty. We're going to go for a human head possibly, and that's why we're headed to Martira. So let's get it going. Thank you guys for watching and enjoy this episode today.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh?
True.
They were better than I'd feared, considering how tiny they are, but I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners are really neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, Nearest? We'll arrive in Martira in 2 days then. Oh, I could do strength, or I could do courage or wisdom. Well, we haven't done courage at all yet, so I feel like maybe we'll talk to Stroll, do some of that.
Hey.
Hey William, good timing. I was about to do some maintenance on my weapons. If you got time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for the mind as it is for our battles. Maintaining weapons may help me improve my focus during a fight and hone my courage. Let's do that.
Well then.
Right, let's have a look at your blade then.
Got a moment?
You'll think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I'd like to live without a sword. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence doesn't exist, where nothing is taken from you by others. That's why, one day, I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory, and not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey.
How about you? I've shared my plan. Let's hear yours. What do you do when the fight's over? Oh, well, I'd love to help you, Stroll. I'd like to help you with rebuilding. Are you serious? I'm a bit relieved to hear it. Tell you the truth. I've got to get stronger. Even if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect their people, just like Louise. We'll fight for change.
Look at that.
I want to do something about that too.
Yeah.
I agree, but seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain. Truly. You've resolved to stand on the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. Ha! Our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey.
I envy you sometimes, you know, to act with such conviction. How does one become so bold? Oh, I waver sometimes.
No.
I do have moments where I waver. I suppose we all do, but you manage to keep a cool head when you do, unlike me. That's why you're our captain. All this to say, I have faith in you. We've more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of as justice. They're free to make their choices, but so is the one being chosen. I wonder who will end up being after all this.
All right.
Anyway, this sword's shining like new. Let's finish this up. I would not handle such like sharp weaponry on this bumpy ride. But our courage increased. spend some time with Stroll.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Ahoy! Break time, chums. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? Whoa, Tree of Prophecy.
Wow.
Oh, wow. It's so pretty.
That's...
It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Nuris pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Wow, Nuris, how did you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. You're giving it to me? You sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've already committed to all to the safety of my mind. I have no need for this sketch itself anymore. I got a Tree of Prophecy drawing. I received Nuris's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place. The next time we're in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria. Oh, yeah. A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely! Gallica is the most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which is giving me a great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off!
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly this current color portends. We took a brief detour, but I feel that seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
All right.
What could red mean indeed?
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Rock Den Camp. We'll be in Martira the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place Martira is.
speaking of,
Excellent timing. I've just heard something that caught me rather by surprise. After our cart to Grand Trad was beset by bandits and you were thrown out, you walked the desert to reach the city.
your thoughts?
Such a vast, empty expanse. An easy land to get lost in, I'm sure. Well, I had Gallica.
Fair point.
Of course. You've no need to worry with her at your side, I suppose that's why she's been tasked with the role of messenger. Well, in the event that you ever find yourself lost in the wilds, let me offer my own advice. Search for the first star. That star moves to the west in the evening and to the east at night. Time and time again, it helped correct my path in my journey to find His Highness. Still, I must say, I did not expect to return to a life on the road. 'Twill be a long journey yet. Perhaps we'd better rest while we can. I can talk to Stroll. I caught a bug.
Hey.
Are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Stroll, maybe I can hone my imagination. Let's spend time with Stroll.
Now then.
So, next up is Martira. It feels just like yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, we went over to the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I'd once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past. Speaking of which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the power that hero kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends? Power isn't everything.
What's that about?
Power isn't everything.
Oh, I see.
I see. As kings, they had to govern their people and maintain the peace. Martial might alone wouldn't help you there. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well. If we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great hero kings of old. Though all this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there. Imagination has increased. Ooh, we are inspired. Level 2. Imagination. Very good.
Why, that's
Very good. Come now, it's too early for bed. Let's talk some more. Stroll and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Finally! We're out of the desert!
Ooh.
Oh wow! I missed all this green!
Ugh. Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What happened?
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
Oh? Oh, it's a fight you want, huh? It's a fight you want?
My star is rising! Ah!
Oh, it's this guy.
Sanctism will reign! Ah!
Oh, they're fighting each other and we just got caught in the crossfire?
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, remember, if they enter a duel together, then they're both willing participants.
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Oh, or that. It doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet runner.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look, over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
This crier guy is crazy. Our plan hinges on winning Luis's favor. Can we afford to abandon Glodell if he's one of Luis's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Oh, goodness. It doesn't sit right with me to get involved. Let's see how it plays out.
How about we see how it plays out?
No, I think we should step in on Gladell's side.
Well,
I know, I don't like it either. But if we want Luis's favor, this might be the strategic play we need.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
I thought you guys made me the leader. What the hell?
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
Well, leader, what do you say? You know, let's sit this one out. No, we're not going to.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Gladel. Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That gauntlet one. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Oh, shit. Godot and his monks have boarded the deck. Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now. Alright, I'm ready.
You dare interfere in my fight? Know your place. Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names. Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic! Force through this one.
Okay. Let's check for some elemental weaknesses. Resist.
Let's stay calm. Come forth, royal soul! Burn!
Resist. Maybe they just resist magic. Okay, so I have some
Moving to the front.
some new moves here. Perfect Punch deals weak physical strike damage to one enemy, proportional to caster's remaining HP. She has like my lowest HP. Okay. Skullcracker deals weak physical strike damage to one enemy. May inflict forget. Uses MP.
I'll destroy you.
Boom.
What could you hope to achieve?
Is that all?
Kneel before him.
Oh.
This
Oh.
is God's judgment.
Oh.
He knows we can't.
I shall
Wow.
He's toying with us.
We are just fucked up, aren't we?
Let's try this.
My spirit is
I'll show you the
unbroken.
Hold falling back. We're not out of this yet.
I'm obliged.
My thanks.
What could you hope to achieve?
This is nothing.
Take this!
Don't underestimate me!
For all that we strive for!
Skullcracker. Let's try that.
Shut up!
In the name of... I call upon royal power within! This can't be done yet.
Come forth, royal soul! With healing power!
Thank you.
Helpful as ever.
More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back. Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brothers.
Oh!
Is that all?
What the heck?
This is nothing.
Dear God.
You healing?
Behold, we stand together. Perhaps not this. I'll destroy you.
I shall fight. I shall vanquish evil. I'll cut you down.
Close your heart. Know your place. Peasants!
This should work.
I'm obliged.
Insolent heathens! Sanctism will reign!
Only a flesh wound.
Kneel before him!
Oh my god! Stop! Stop.
Are you prepared?
I will fight with pride.
Okay, we got one of them. I'm using all my revives here.
My spirit is unbroken.
Sanctism will reign!
Leave her alone!
Sanctism will reign!
Down. Get her back up.
Come the fuck on, dude! Why is this so hard?
Here.
My spirit is
I'll show you the
unbroken.
essence. We can do this.
Thank you.
I owe you.
Sanctism will reign! Take this!
This is nothing.
Stroll.
I'm stepping back.
Defenses.
Oh, shards of ice!
Morgenberg hurt them.
They're weak to
Can't afford to hold
ice!
back. Ah!
They're weak to ice!
This should work.
Hit their weak point.
It's okay.
We finally found it!
Nice!
Hit their weakness.
Observe the enemy.
That's your opening, Captain.
In the name of justice. Stepping back. Guarding seems the wise move.
Witness me,
Light as
brethren!
power. With healing power.
I'm obliged.
Helpful as ever.
My money.
Take this! Take this! Here they come.
Stroll. They've sapped your defenses.
Freeze!
Morgenberg got them right in
Now,
their weak
I shall
spot.
vanquish evil. This calls for one of these.
Hit their weak point.
I will
Keep it
fight
up,
with
Stroll.
pride. Freeze!
Hit their weakness. That's your opening, Captain.
Come! Oh, shards of ice!
Okay, keep at him. There we go.
The faithful are broken before you.
Man, that was getting a little bit dicey. Why did I stop experimenting? Because I was dying, bro.
Yet your desperate
I had to
struggling
get
is for
myself
naught.
back together.
You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey, get down here.
It's the singing lady.
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
That's not how we saw it. I wanted to help.
I just wanted to help you. A likely story? Out with it. What's your motive?
Get close to Luis so we could either kill him or steal some information from him. I mean, what?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shooed.
What?
Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Damn.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
I think you're the one that needs to be contained, Hulkenberg.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore.
What?
I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juna, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck?
Oh, she's got it bad.
Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of Scroop, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
Whoa. That one's flying, is it not?
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
That thing is huge, and it has 4 legs. Is that Luis? Oh, shoot.
Luis.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
Short Parapus and tall Parapus.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug, and I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
Your worst nightmare. I mean, I'm a candidate.
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
Okay, we want you dead. Wait, no, that's not right. To become king, to help save the prince, to help you. No, to become king. He might see us as an enemy.
Hey, I know you want to get this right, but this is no time to get lost in thought.
I should rethink my response. Okay, to help you, Count Luis. I'm your biggest fan. Oh my gosh.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
Oh, I hate saying this.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes.
Well, that's what we aim to do.
You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Bye, cutie. I like her dress too, her belt. I don't know about that thing on her shoulder.
Anything.
That's kind of weird, but I mean, it's a fashion choice.
Come on, Hector.
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the gauntlet runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the gauntlet runner.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Sounds like someone could use our help.
Let's say we go check on him.
All right, let's go check on Nura? What's his name? Nura? Nuris.
Hey! Nuris, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
You seem troubled.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a ballet apple cart.
And then Luis came with this flying monstrosity. Must be very upsetting.
I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany. Like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort. But somehow, that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you seen one?
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are.
Are you talking about yourself?
That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius.
So we need to find some of these artifacts, huh?
Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Maybe I should look into Comiro when we get to Martira.
This one's important.
Quest start, no deadline. An old inventor Nuris once knew is living in Comiro, a village near Martira. He may be able to tell us more about the relic he once showed Nuris. We left Nuris, who dissolved into doom and gloom again, and headed towards our narrow sleeping quarters in the Gauntlet Runner.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
So, we'll arrive in Martira this evening then. Good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know. A carriage could never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies. I am grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That and I pray we can avoid further hindrance like yesterday's.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client, Barden, awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Looks like Corel.
'Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Or at least it did, for a second.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Probably about the guy we're after.
I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
We're here.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Luis is a tyrant.
Luis is nothing but a tyrant.
Also, we're fighting for him.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name. Unforgivable.
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey.
No,
Let me
I'm
show
ready
you
to
it.
fight.
You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
I feel like I've been doing nothing but resting.
It would be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the Bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
Hulkenberg loves food. Oh, like another red-headed girl that we know. Ooh, what's this?
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality.
Oh my.
Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Flavors of the innards, okay.
Oh good. Larval innards.
'Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
Looks great.
Come now, they're offering us fine hospitality. 'Tis only right that we graciously savor it.
Come on. If you're gonna be running for king, you gotta be able to at least get past this.
Yes, absolutely right. I'll be cheering you on. And, I'll see to the funeral plans.
I barely bitten into this thing and I already felt a spray of something. But as for the taste, it's not that bad.
Are you actually enjoying that?
How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Twitching, okay. Not sure how I feel about my food
Would
twitching.
that I had time to try more of your dishes, but to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye.
Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
That's awful.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
Well, we can deal with a few sandworms.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira. Let's see here.
That's the giant sandworm's nest.
It's a...
Let's see here.
That's Sans camp.
We'll face danger here.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's save this town together.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you.
More bugs?
Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert.
I think I'll just stick with the larva.
Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You can have my serving.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today. If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Morris!
Now, let's go.
I didn't ask for your bug food,
been a while.
okay? It's been forever since I've had such a spacious bed.
Exactly.
We're going to meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning, so get your beauty sleep, okay?
Pleasure to see you.
As requested by Bauden, the entire tavern has been reserved for your party's private use today. I had to kick out a full house of drunkards for this, so I hope you're all worth it. Still, it was nice of you to come all this way, traveler. Please, make yourselves comfortable. The beds are in the back, past the door to the desk, next to the desk.
Aye.
Oh, don't mind me. I only just arrived here just now, so it's not like I overheard that conversation you just had with Bauden. And even if I did hear something, it's not like I'd tell anybody. I never would have made it as a professional informant if I didn't know how to handle sensitive information. That's right, if there's anything you want to know about this city, simply ask me. You can always find me here. Oh, yes, well, so you mean ask you, except just not now. Okay. All the cuisine here was delicious to the last meal. Martira is a fine city indeed, which makes this Heismay's offenses all the more damning. If all we've heard is true, hunting him will be a trial indeed. To be expelled from the order is one thing, but to be wholly stripped of his knighthood, I would not be surprised if the man's given into despair. Can I...
Got a moment?
Oh, nope. No exploring. Okay. So the beds are in the back? By... What? Where are the beds? Oh. Finally free of those tiny bunks. Nice to sleep in an inn, isn't it? I love a good inn.
Yeah.
Nothing beats the bed at an inn.
Right?
I can see the monsters out there when we camp on the runners, so I rest a little easier in an inn. I wish Nuris would come inside with us, but I suppose if the runner is a castle, then he is the king. Alright. I guess we gotta sleep.
Good night.
Rest well. Hey, Bobley man. What's up? Hey,
Time
steppin'.
marches on, and the
Hello.
age of a new king draws nearer.
It's gorgeous out.
Wow, what beautiful weather. I think I might have overslept though.
Hold on.
Where is everyone?
Let's hurry.
They all went to Krigante Castle ahead of us. Or Krigant? I don't remember how he said it. Apparently, we can get there by climbing the stairs in Stairstone Market. Look at this thing. Looks so jolly. It's got a tail of like a badger. And it's got bell bottoms. Like a Clydesdale horse.
You!
Now you listen here, I'm saying this for your own good, alright? You never know when the kidnapper is going to show up, so if you're going to lie down, by your eyes, man, go somewhere safer. Even if you wouldn't like getting kidnapped, I'll tell you that much. I don't think he hears you, sorry.
Beg your pardon.
All these rumors of abductions just make my skin crawl. I can't stop thinking the buggers might be prowling around as we speak. I want to run away, but I cannot leave the farm. See, when you don't have a gauntlet runner, living is no trifling matter.
More people missing.
I'm out of ideas.
Hi, Moore.
Now,
Let's
where
go
was
visit
I?
Moore. It's been a while. Have we gotten our brawler to rank 10 yet?
Ah, how good of you to come.
Oh, it's Gunner.
I'm counting on you.
I don't have a Gunner. Never mind. I thought it was for brawler. That's for later still. Let's check the upstairs. It might be a bit late to read some of these tutorials, but I do want to give them a quick look. Seeker.
Hold on.
In times of yore, there lived heroes who ventured into unknown lands in pursuit of their ideals. Their souls together formed the power of the Seeker. This was not just one legendary hero. Across many lands and eras, those intrepid spirits who sought greater heights on the Seeker's path have borne that alias. Among them, the adept who pursues a magical path I dubbed the Magic Seeker, and the elite who seeks the deepest truths of the soul I dubbed the Soul Hacker. Soul Hackers, oh, these must be the... Once you hit level 20, then you can learn one of those. So the Seeker archetype has a whole sequential lineage. The Seeker archetype does not excel at any one skill, but it bears the specialties of many other heroes and can perform any task. A jack of all trades is a master of none. Let no Seeker forget this truth. I get it, so it's easy to use, but that's not enough to fight alone. I guess fighting with specialized allies might be the thing that draws out its true power. Mage. In times of yore, there lived heroes who sought relentlessly to unravel the secrets of magic. Their souls together formed the power of the mage. Among them, the adept who grants at ultimate power I dubbed thee the wizard, and the elite who commands the elements I dubbed the elemental master. In addition, another elite form making use of dark magics is known to exist. Truly, the mage archetype has unparalleled command of affinity-based magic. But mages devote themselves fully to mind and magla. While the mind is powerful, it must kneel before pure strength at times. Let no mage forget this truth.
Yeah?
So it's a great archetype for hitting enemy weak points with the powerful magic. But it can't really dish out damage or take much punishment. It looks like research documents about the warrior archetype. In times of yore, there lived heroes who sought nothing less than perfection with the sword. Their souls together formed the power of the warrior. Amongst them, the adept who slays hordes I dubbed the sword master, and the elite disciple of the blade I dubbed the samurai. The warrior archetype imparts peerless skill with the sword. Its devotees belong on the front lines, punishing their foes with brutal slashing swings. But a sword's purpose is ultimately as a weapon, and it is not weapons alone that decide a battle's victor. Let no warrior forget this truth. So this archetype has really good attack and defense, but their value comes from attacking in the front row, but they're not very versatile beyond the sword. Okay, knight. In times of yore, there lived heroes who swore an abiding oath of loyalty and protection. Their souls together formed the power of the knight. Among them, the adept sentinel of both steel and magic, I dubbed the Magic Knight, and the elite, selfless paragon of grace, I dubbed the Paladin. Per its name, the knight archetype is an unparalleled protector, but it is said that another elite form, the knight's shadow, is also known to exist. Yet in times of conflict, there are battles that cannot be solved by shield alone, and those of blade and spell must bear that burden. Let no knight forget this truth. So this archetype has great defense and strong resistances, but might be a little lacking in offense. Sounds like having the right allies to make use of its synthesis attacks is key. I wonder if the Shadow Knight is like a dragoon. Oh, are all of these gonna be archetypes? Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Research notes: Thief, Masked Dancer, Summoner, Berserker. There's all of these? There's too many. Advanced Handbook. Archetype growth. To grow in power and versatility, an archetype must be channeled as you fight your foes. Archetypes rank up by earning A experience, which is only awarded to actively channeled archetypes. Each archetype has its own set of unique parameters, but so do all who channel them. The sum of these numbers is a total measure of one's strength in combat. Each archetype has its own set of parameters. These are added to a character's base parameters, and the sum determines their stats in battle. It's worth noting this means some abilities can lose value depending on the archetype channeled. Advanced archetypes. You may seek even more powerful forms of each archetype. To study them, one must grow closer with certain supporters and cultivate the original archetype. Each archetype has at least one stronger, more advanced form you will eventually be able to study. Advanced archetypes can be studied after achieving a higher rank with its corresponding follower. However, studying an advanced archetype will require both Magla, and ranking up the base archetype high enough. Okay, question mark, commander, it's locked, merchant, baker, gunner. Okay, brawler. In times of yore, there lived heroes who tempered their bodies into unmatched weapons through discipline. Their souls together formed the power of the brawler. Among them, the adept disciple of the critical hit, I dubbed the pugilist, and the elite master of the martial form, I dubbed the martial artist. The brawler archetype combines speed with powerful critical hits, and, as its name indicates, is a master fighter. However, to dedicate one's body to the ideal of strength is to dedicate one's life to battle, and this power exerts a toll on the wielder. Let no brawler forget this truth. So this archetype expends its own health in exchange for physical attacks and powerful critical hits. It's speedy too, but if you use too much HP, you'll leave yourself vulnerable. Healer. In times of yore, there lived heroes who healed all who looked to them for succor, regardless of birth. Their souls together formed the power of the healer. Among them, the adept who walks the path of salvation I dubbed the cleric, and the elite guardian of all things holy I dubbed the savior. The healer archetype is not only peerless in its healing and purification on the battlefield, but is a master of offensive light magic as well. But in choosing to heal, one must sacrifice the strength to harm, or the resilience to act as a shield. Let no healer forget this truth. So the archetype is a supporting role with great healing magic and some offense with light magic, but otherwise it's pretty fragile. Wow. My goodness. That's a lot. That's a lot. We've barely scratched the surface of any of this stuff.
You'll come again, won't you?
Gosh. I'm glad they're feeding it to me kind of like they're dripping it slowly, you know?
More people missing.
It's a fountain. A really, really ancient one by the looks of it.
Yeah?
In a town this high up, I wonder how they make the water flow. Maybe it has something to do with the Krigant Castle?
Hello there.
Welcome. Care for some water? You won't find a more refreshing drink anywhere else. Do you have... Yes, you do. Fruit cordials. I'm gonna buy 2 of those. For sure. What is this? It's a cooking ingredient? Oh, let's buy some of those. And we have plenty of pristine waters. And we have a couple things we can sell. Okay.
Just a sec.
Hey! What are you doing? We can't just barge in there. Oh, but I wanted to pet the goats. Recruiter dispatcher. I'm not handling any new bounties at the moment. I think reception should open again by tomorrow. But can a guy like you handle a bounty anywhere? Look, looks can be deceiving. Do not judge me by my size.
Now what am I to do?
Don't you even think about it.
Ah, closure.
The one taken recently was a friend of my daughter's, and she was so young. I'm afraid my daughter will be next. You must pray, for what else can we do? God shall provide. Man, these people really do need help.
Let's call it.
I don't think there's anything of interest that way. Okay.
Oi!
So, are all you the ones bought and said we're here to help, or what's your business here? We have business in Krigant Castle. Can we get there going this way? The castle, eh? In that case, you ought to take those stairs on the other side of town. Not that you can't get to the castle this way, but, well, it's just an unpopular little byway is all. In times like these, don't you agree it's safer to be where there's lots of people? You're right. We shouldn't be taking any weird detours. Thanks. Okay, but I still wanna...
Let's not.
Fine. Fine. To the castle we go!
Hey.
Hey, do you hear that? It's coming from above.
Stop that at once!
Listen to me, insolent child. You are not to go out of doors. But I'm bored of being in the house. Let me go to Olaf's. No, Olaf is... he's... Oh, never you mind. Your behind is staying here. Oh no, did his friend go bye-bye? Well, I hope we can find these children safe and bring them back to their families. Ooh, armor.
Hey.
What'll it be?
Ooh, I have some stuff to be appraised. Silver abacus. Abacus. I don't think we can use that weapon currently. silver mail, endurance plus 15. Let's see.
What now?
You can trust in me.
Leave it to me.
What'll it be?
Okay, we can get a Damascus vest, recluse's clothes, gilded vestments. Oh, that's expensive. It's so expensive.
Can't be.
I need some sort of weapon. Otherwise, I can't protect my family from kidnappers.
What'll it be?
Oh my god, why am I so broke? I can't afford anything. I mean, I could afford one, but...
What'll I do here? What'll I do here?
My daughter's gone missing. Please help me find her. Ma'am, it's been 3 weeks since she went missing. It pains me to say it, but... No, I refuse to believe it. Children aren't just getting snatched up like that.
What'll I do here?
More people missing.
Oh, bloody hell. We're supposed to just go about our lives when someone could strike from the shadows at any moment? We should just offer up some convicts or unwanted children. Say, you know any elder no one would miss? Ah, screw you! I'm sorry. That was a joke that went too far. But I'm worried, I tell you. Putting my foot in my mouth now and then, can you blame me? Yes, actually I can.
If I got kidnapped.
Rich, poor, man, woman, hell, even child, it doesn't matter to them. They're ruthless. Usually you kidnap someone, you've got a purpose, yeah, but not here. It's downright spine-chilling, it is.
Whoa!
You're a new face. Oh, are you that helper lad I heard about? Didn't expect you to be an elder. I'm fine. I brought my friends. I figured as much, seeing that massive gauntlet runner over there and all. Oh, not that I think you can't do the job, yeah? If Bodden picked you, then I believe in you. You'd think a kidnapper's scary, but this Heismay fellow's beyond the pale. I heard he can command illusions. Anything's possible when he's about to abduct folk right off the street. You'd better be careful is all. Oh, you know what? I need some revives, because I used a bunch of them in the last fight. Unfortunately. All my money is gonna go to these damn revives, I tell ya. Cures forget, cures days. I don't have any of these healing items, so I better get some. There goes all my money. Decreases hit evasion for one enemy for 3 turns. May inflict sleep on the enemy. We gotta go get some money. Money, money, money.
All right then.
Oh, look at this. Let's see the rock.
Hang on. What if... I see.
The crier said that stones had appeared around the world, and they weren't wrong. That means wherever we are, we'll be able to know the rankings. That's handy.
Oh.
First is Forden, second is Luis. The support they've earned is kind of overwhelming. Even after a human rampaged in front of the Grand Cathedral, Luis's following is as strong as ever. If anything, he's more popular? Just goes to show how dissatisfied people were under the previous king. If we don't handle this smartly, Luis could very well end up king. No, we've got to stop that from happening at least. I'm sure Forden's going to be making a move too. I hear a voice from somewhere. Thou who art destined to become king, locus of his people's support, great custodian of their anxieties, at the foot of this monumental stone will their feelings gather as mag.
In thy hands
To
now.
thee, by thy daily standing accumulated, by which thy growth is empowered, this mag is henceforth entrusted. Oh, thank you. Due to the king's magic, the faces of the highest ranking candidates have appeared on gigantic stones called coronation rocks, which have appeared throughout the land. Interact with them to see who's on top. An amount of magla equal to the people's faith in the protagonist will accumulate at coronation rocks. You can collect days worth of accumulation at once. The higher the protagonist's popularity, the more magla there is to increase. Be proactive in resolving people's requests to gain popularity.
Yep.
And now we know where we stand. Shall we get back to it? Yeah, we don't stand anywhere.
That's wrong, though.
Nah. That's the other way we could have came up the stairs, I think. Podium?
Let's not.
Oh, we could give a speech? Hell yeah, let's do it.
Oh, any one of them.
So many people to talk to.
How did I wind up here?
Can't even let my wee ones out of the house because of the kidnappings. The poor barons are fair mopey about it, bless them. When I told General Barden as much, his face fell like a dropped pie. He's a pure heart, our general is. But aye, never mind that. Off to fight Heisme, are ye? Keep your guard up then. Rumor has it he's got some passing skill. They say he's faster than any soldier, that no one could do so much as nick him. Must be quick on his feet. What's this building here? Doesn't seem like they're using it. What a waste. Maybe that all the kids are in there. Imagine that.
Well met.
You're late. Poor Barden has been waiting on tender hooks. Apparently the lady has graciously agreed to meet with us. Let's not keep her waiting, Let us be about it. The castle looks positively ancient. I wasn't expecting the city to have such a rich history. Before the kidnapping started, I imagined this city knew peace. Let's get the details from the lady of the castle. Alright, I'm ready. So you've all come. Fantastic. Lady Joanna is waiting outside. Let's go right now, if that's alright. Let's go.
Aye. Yes.
Please, come this way then. Yes, yes. I'm ready to take this guy out.
May I present Lady Joanna, Sanctoress and the ruler of this city. These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Heisme.
I am Joanna, presiding lady of this city. On its behalf, you have my gratitude for traveling all the way from the royal capital.
She's green.
Lady Joanna refused to use taxes to pay for this, so she sold her own heirlooms and possessions to secure the funds.
It's clear you want only the best for your people, milady. So we'll give you our best in return.
I cannot claim any nobility above yours. Even as other aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker, you've chosen instead to help the kingdom's people.
Well, we don't deserve that much credit. After all, we're not helping for free.
Even so, please put an end to this tragedy.
We won't let you down.
We won't let you down.
Thank you. In truth, I thought it foolish to decide a monarch by a simple vote of popularity. But perhaps there is something to it. Here is my offer. If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you.
Ooh.
'Tis most kind, but can you truly afford that? Surely, as a church sanctoress, His Eminence Forden would expect your support.
Well, His Eminence Forden isn't here helping her out, is he?
Indeed. However, I would rather have a king who truly cares for his subjects.
Yes, Lady Joanna.
Now, I must return to my duties. I shall await our next meeting.
Yes, and I'll be throwing this man's head on your desk.
We're counting on you.
Here you go.
'Twas a confident smile indeed, with a great deal of pain behind it.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can help these people. She even promised us political support.
She did say it. Oh, I mean, I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a promise to make when she barely knows us.
Did something seem amiss?
Not in particular. Maybe it's just the gloominess of this place getting to me. So what are we gonna do about Heisme? We'll have to go out in sandworm territory to find him, right?
Guess we're gonna take out some sandworms.
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike. The question is, how?
Let's ask around the city a bit first. Though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the taverns and shops.
Okay.
We should go.